Well, Black History Month is winding down, but there are still events going on right here in the Kansas City area. Park University is helping to put on an event tonight with Michael Dinwiddie. Michael is an associate professor at Gallatin School of Individualized Study at New York University. Yes. So impressive. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Wow. What is this event about?
Well, James Reese Europe was a really fascinating character. He was a band leader and a conductor. And it was World War I. And he's the guy who basically took jazz to Europe. He was African American, and he was also a soldier, and he was a lieutenant. He was the first soldier to really fight in the war who was African American. So I'm talking about his life and the character and his background, his family. He grew up, he was born in Mobile, Alabama, but he grew up in Washington, D.C. Wow. And he learned how to play the violin. He studied actually with someone who had studied with John Philip Sousa. So he put together a military band. Yeah. He was really an incredible character, and he worked in African American theater at the turn of the century, and then he ended up working with Castles, Vernon and Irene Castle, the dancers. Oh my goodness. So he traveled all across the country with them. And in 1914, he wrote a song called The Castle Rag, which I'll be playing tonight. I mean, not playing, but I'll be recording, you know, exactly. Yeah. I play, but not that good. I'm not that good.
You know, it's really important to know the history, yes, for all people to know the history of African Americans and what that contribution meant. Yes. Now then, we're talking about to the world, extending even beyond the United States.
Well, I was lucky. This morning I went to the Banneker Foundation breakfast, and I got to hear about the things here in Kansas City, and I also went to the museum. It's my first time in Kansas City. Now, I'm Okie from Muskogee, so you would think I would have made it over here, but I live in New York. And I was just fascinated by the ways in which the history is being kept alive here. I think it's really remarkable and incredible.
What does it mean to you to be able to deliver this message and this music?
It's very exciting to me. James Reese Europe is a character who I think of as really important in American music and culture. When he was alive, he was considered the best, the greatest band leader, the greatest conductor going. And in fact, in 1912, he had a concert at Carnegie Hall. It was the first time that ragtime and jazz had been performed there. It was to benefit the Colored Music Settlement House. And so that was in Harlem. And so he was really a person who was about building community, building nation, and helping people understand how African American music is American music.
And it is indeed. All right, so we want to get everybody there. It's a free event. So this is a free concert. You can't beat that. Tell us when and where.
It's at the Gym Theater. It's at 7 p.m. tonight, and there'll be a high school band playing after my talk as well, and music, and there's a reception after.
Nice. So, oh, it's a great event for a great cause. So thank you so much for coming all the way to Kansas City and sharing this wonderful message.
Kansas City, here I come.
All right.
My first time.
Loving that. All right, so free music tonight at the Gym Theater, 7 o'clock. Be there, don't miss it. Thanks for coming again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.